Hey guys, Adam Katz from dogtrainertoolbox.com. I have discovered there's actually a bug in WordPress. If you've built your dog training business website using WordPress, or you've had somebody else build it for you using WordPress, there is a bug that probably is preventing all of the, not all, but preventing some of the emails when people submit uh, on the form on your website because they want more information about your training. There's a good chance that not 100% of those emails are getting through to you. So I'm going to go into more detail in this video. I'm actually going to show you how to fix it. I'm going to show you some screen captures of what you can do, or if you're not technically minded, have your website guy do it for you. But it really needs to be done because, if you're losing 1 in 10 emails, that could be a lot of money over the period of a year. And it's like nobody knows about this, or people know about it, but they're not talking about it. So stick with me. I'm going to show you what's going on. So one of the services that we provide at dogtrainertoolbox.com is a 100% done for you dog training business owner website where we take care of basically everything. We have a template. It's a semi-custom solution. We're basically leasing or renting out our copies of the persuasive text on the website and melding it with the client's information, their pictures and their offer and the services and stuff. And so long story short, we've got a client in Texas and he says to me, can you look into this? We've had some reports of people who said that they've, used the contact form on the website to submit an email to us and we never got the email. So I'm thinking, it's usually when I get response like that, you have to troubleshoot it and go through all the different possibilities. And it usually ends up with, the emails actually got through, but it got flagged as spam and is sitting in their folder. Right. So I thought it was one of those things. But to be thorough, I go through and I do a test. It's a 6-page website. On every page at the bottom, there's a form where the prospect can submit their information. So I go through all of the forms on all 6 pages and I do a test. I say, message number 1A, 2A, 3A, 4A, 5A, 6A, and send it through. And then I tag myself so I can see, if the emails are actually going through. And I get email 1, email 2, email 3, no email 4 from page 4, no email 5, or email number 5 came through, but email number 6 did not come through. So I go in and look at the form, everything's set up right. I do the test again, 1B, 2B, 3B, etc. So I can tag, right? Because sometimes emails come in a little bit later, or I could track rather. And this time, form number 1, no email came through. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 came through just fine. Do the test again. This time, form number 4 doesn't come through. Do it again, and so it goes on and on like that. So my first thought is, there must be something wrong with the theme that we're using, which is called Elementor, which is also one of the most popular themes. And I contact Elementor, and they say, no, this isn't a problem with Elementor, which is common because nobody wants to accept responsibility. But the way they described it made sense to me, that it wasn't a problem with the form. The form was being submitted correctly. That wasn't an issue. They said, you need to talk to your hosting company because this is the problem and this is how it needs to be solved. I'm going to share that with you in just a sec. So I contact the hosting company, and the hosting company confirms it. They say, yeah, it's an issue with WordPress, and here's what you need to do. So I'm not going to bore you with all of this, but basically this right here, it says the form widget internally uses WordPress's core WP mail function to send the emails. So that WordPress core WP mail function is used on all WordPress installs. And they go on to say, in most cases, if the email is not being sent or received, the issue is not with Elementor or the theme, but with the core email function of your web host. The web hosting company confirmed this as well. The problem is really with that WordPress core WP mail function. So how do we fix that? How do we get around that? So you're going to log into your WordPress install. Then you're going to go down to plugins here over on the left, and you're going to go to add new plugin. And then you're going to search, for SMTP. And we're going to give that a second to load. It's going to take a little bit longer to load because we're recording and downloading something from the internet. Okay, so this first one, WP Mail SMTP by Forms, you're going to want to install that one. So you normally, just like here, it would say, we've already got it installed on this website. So it would say install now. You click install now. You should kind of be familiar with how to install plugins on WordPress. If you're going to do this yourself, you probably don't need me to explain it to you. Once you do that, then you're going to go over to the settings for that plugin, and you're going to see, you don't need to pay for anything. You're going to see it's going to ask you some questions. So the first thing you need to have is you need to have an email on the domain. So on your, like, if you don't have one, if you're using Gmail, then go into your web host and set up an email like this, contact at whatever your domain name is. In this case, it's bluechipcanine.com. That will auto-populate this, the from area, the return path, and then what you're going to do is you're going to come down here and you're going to click Other SMTP. Once you do that, you're going to need to put something in here. This you're going to get from your web hosting company. You're going to tell them that you're using SMTP. What information do I need for using SMTP with your specific web host? So this is for my hosting account. And then you're going to click on SSL right here. You're probably going to need to put 465. This kind of auto populates, but it was the same thing that my host told me. All of this I left alone. And then SMTP username. Now, when you set up the email account in your hosting account, that's what you want to use. You want to use the name and then the password and then say save settings. After you do that, you're going to come right back up here. You're going to go to email test. And it's going to ask you where you want to send that test email to, and then you're going to press here, send email. It'll probably work right off the bat. It didn't for me, and the reason it didn't for me, I'm going to take you back here and show you, was on that spot where the from email needs to be the same as the domain. Okay, it needs to be an email address associated with the domain. So if you try and use your Gmail email, it's not going to work. And that was the mistake I made till I figured it out. So once you do that and you do a test email over here and it says success, you're good to go. So at that point, it's bypassing the native WordPress, whatever it was called, the WordPress core WP mail function, and it's using this SMTP functionality. And it's way faster. Like before, we were waiting. Sometimes emails would take like an hour to come through even. Most of them would come through pretty much immediately, but there might be one that would take like maybe an hour or two. With this, comes through almost immediately. Works really, really well. Seems to be way more reliable. The reliability is much better, and we're not having any of those issues of the emails getting lost. I think it's important for anybody using WordPress, specifically if you're a dog training business owner and you're using your website to capture leads, which why the heck wouldn't you be using it for that purpose? You need to look into this because it's a more reliable, faster, better way to make sure that you absolutely 100% are getting emails. And that native email thingy, whatever they called it, the WordPress core WP mail function, it's not reliable. And if you're spending money to send traffic to your website, even if you're not, you want to make sure that you're getting 100% of the emails that come through that website. And this is the way to do it. Hey, I'm Adam Katz for dogtrainertoolbox.com. We offer a number of services and information products and even some cool free stuff over at dogtrainertoolbox.com. But our main service is running Google ads for dog training business owners just like yourself. Google is really still one of the best ways to get those quality leads, those quality desperate dog owners with money in hand to reach out and contact you because they're actively searching for what you have to offer. Guys, I apologize. It's been a long day. I'm stammering over my words. But anyways, it's really great for getting super high quality leads contacting you each and every day, each and every week, each and every month. The problem is that it can be insanely expensive. If you don't know what you're doing, you can blow through a lot of money really quickly. What we do is we offer a done for you Google Ads management service. You can learn more at dogtrainertoolbox.com. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. Also, check out the Dog Trainer Marketing Group on Facebook. You'll be amongst, at this point in time anyways, about 2,500 other professional dog training business owners, presumably just like yourself, swapping tips, secrets, and tactics on how to grow their dog training business. Hope to see you inside. It's absolutely free to join. Take care, guys.